In this particular session, we'll discuss about 3 different personalities. One, as you saw in the poster, Lawrence Bishnoi, Ratan Tata, and Bhakta Bhagavad. What is the point of discussion of these 3 different personalities? What is the life lessons? What we should understand from these 3 personalities' life experiences? We'll teach you in this particular session. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter, Transcendental Knowledge, in the 16th verse, he mentions, Kim karma kim akarmeti kavayo api atra mohitaha tatte karma pravakshami yagnato mokshashya ashubhat. The translation is, even the intelligent are bewildered in determining what is action, what is inaction. Now I shall explain to you what action is, knowing which you shall be liberated from all sins. Here Krishna is talking to Arjuna and he's telling even the most intelligent class of men are bewildered. They can't understand, they cannot comprehend what is to be done, what is not to be done, what is action, what is inaction. Now Krishna is further telling, he will now personally explain what needs to be done, what should not be done, and knowing which you shall be liberated from all sins. And further he goes on to say, the intricacies of action, karma, are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, what inaction is. Further, he says, one who sees inaction, this is a little complicated, but I'm not going to get the details of the complication. I'll just quickly jump into my class, but still, I just want to touch Krishna's verse. One who sees in action inaction, and action in inaction is intelligent among men. That's why even the intelligents are bewildered. But this intelligent can see inaction in action, and action in action is intelligent among men, and is in transcendental position, although engaged in all sorts of activities. Further, he goes on to say, one who is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every act is devoid of desire for sense gratification. वो sense gratification नहीं करता कुछ भी. He is said by sages to be a worker whose fruitive action is burnt up, completely burnt up, by the fire of perfect knowledge. Perfect knowledge is something which burns up the desires. Now, what is that knowledge? Further, Krishna explains. So, having this few statements of knowledge from Krishna, we'll start our session. I'll start with Bhagavad Gita and I'll take you to a small, simple story to make you understand what I'm going to talk about. There were 3 mischievous criminals in the jail. They have done some crime or some petty thief or whatever. They are in the jail. Who are they? Lalu, Kalu and Balu. 3 of them. I repeat, Lalu, Kalu and Balu. And because of their activities, the government had put them behind bar. They were convicted of crime and they were imprisoned and they're behind bars in the jail. In due course of time, samay guzarta gaya and they happened to be a well-known personalities in the jail. This we came to know during January 26th Republic Day celebrations in the jail. Say for example, Sabarmati jail. On that day, Lalu was given the award. The best prisoner of the jail goes to Lalu, and everyone were clapping and hooting and they all were in sync that he deserved it. He deserved it. And they were very happy for him. And things went on nicely like that. Why was Lalu given the prize as the best prisoner of the jail? Because he was such a helping guy. In the jail, he used to help others who were in need of money. He would share his portion of salary, whatever minimal money he would earn from doing activities, work in the jail. And he would sometimes share food if some other fellow prisoner wanted to. He used to always be there for not only prisoners, but also the superintendent of the jail. And he used to help the superintendent and others to maintain the jail efficiently, effectively, productively. Everyone was in love with Lalu. He had practically no enemies. In jail, if you go, there will be always be having someone who try to put you down, pull you down, and exploit you and take you to different conditions and brainwash you in further crime, etc., etc. But Lalu was on a different scale altogether. He was the heartthrob of the jail. He was the loving apple of everyone's eye. And that's why he truly deserved it. And there is another person called Kalu. He's a notorious criminal, the worst among the three, maybe the worst among all the inmates there. And he is being in the jail, as name suggested, continued to wreak havoc. Not only the people in the jail, but people outside the jail. He used to run his D company, L company, being in the jail. And because of which his jail term further enhanced, his stay in the jail increased, his ornaments were changed, his clothes were changed, his cell was changed, his food were changed, his activities were changed. He was separately isolated. He was totally kept away from all other prisoners. He was given a special security. His hardships increased, difficulties improved. That was Kalu for you. And everyone was, to a certain extent, someone was supporting him, someone was against him. There was political conspiracy. He used to run things being in the jail. He used to have access to some nexus in the police who would help him at getting things done. He had access to mobile. He has access to, you know what I mean? समझ रहे हो आप किसकी बात कर रहा हूँ मैं? Yes, so and so forth. And there was another person, Balu, who was also in the jail, but he used to wonder. He used to always think, yaar, kahan pas gaya main? Why did I come into this jail? I didn't want to be here at this jail. I'll never repeat this mistake again of coming, or doing whatever theft, whatever crime he has done. He was always repentant about his actions. He had intense love for his family members. He wanted to get out of the jail. There are certain kaidis or criminals or prisoners in the jail. They're very happy in the jail, like Lalu and Co and others. And there are others also, Kalu, they're also happy running their crime syndicate and other things, but they're also happy. But there are few people who feel that I should not be here in this place in first place. I want to get out of the place. And they try to get out of the jail, but unfortunately, because of the tight security in the jail, they cannot move out of the jail. And they fail miserably. But he was not among that kind of a guy who would jump the jail or would jump the wall of the jail, strict security like the Mexico drug lords, escape, bribe the police, bribe the superintendent of the jail, somehow escape or dig up the tunnel in the jail and get out with one spoon, unlike what we see in the movies. He was wanting to genuinely go out with the help of the law itself and the lawmaker himself. So he started consulting a lawyer, and the lawyer suggested him behave like this, step 3, behave like this, step 4, behave like this, step 5, act like this. And he's exactly did follow the instruction of his lawyer. And in due course of time, it was October 2nd, probably Gandhi Jayanti, Sabarmati Jail, Gujarat, Ahmedabad, Gandhiji, Mahatma. On that day, Balu was released from the jail. And he's free now. He's totally free now. He can roam around. There's no restrictions. There's no retention. There is no punishment. He can have any food what he wants. He can wear any clothes what he wants. He can be this family, talk to them to the degree he wants to, be with them, spend time with them, do whatever he wants to. His life, he's freed. Are you getting this point? Now, all of us are in this jail, and some of them are trying to be lalus or half lalus or 1/4 of lalus, sometimes 3/4 of kalu or mixture of lalu, kalu, balu. Come to them confused. Somebody are core lalu followers, somebody are core, hardcore, kalu followers, and extremely rarely, less in number, minuscule number, are people like Bhalu, who wants to go out of the jail, who had this fundamental question in first place: why am I in this jail? Why am I suffering? And many of them will have such questions, but very few among them will approach a bona fide spiritual master. The lawyer is a bona fide spiritual master, and the bona fide spiritual master would instruct him what needs to be done, as Krishna is telling, what should not be done. And because even the intelligent are bewildered, so Krishna is personally explaining. We couldn't understand, those who heard this from me, 4 verses. That's why Prabhupada has made it even more simple. Chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, 16 rounds. Follow the 4 regulative principles and you get out of the jail. Now, most of you who have been waiting, Swamiji, कब बोलेंगे रॉलेंस बिश्नो के बारे में, कब बोलेंगे रतन टाटा के बारे में, कब की भगत क्या कर रहा है? Those who have some brains, who are hearing this, or those who are connected with us, or would have heard this story from me already, would have understood what I am speaking. But nevertheless, for the audience who are new to Krishna consciousness, who got this video through someone and you are watching this, we're all in the jail. As long, and what is the dress of this jail? This gross body is the dress in the jail. Everyone has a unique dress, but it's a gross dress. Material body. As long as this material body is the dress code of the jail. And Ma Durga is a superintendent of the jail, and she's inflicting 3-fold miseries, and we are suffering. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanudarshanam plus Adhyatmika Adi Bhautika Adi Devika Kleshas. Suffering caused by body and mind, suffering caused by other living entities, suffering caused by higher living entities. These are the miseries. In jail, you cannot do whatever you want. This is how you are put into jail. Now, first of all, why did we come into the jail? We have committed a crime, that's why in the jail. And all of us, those who are hearing this, those who are not hearing this, those who are not liked it, those who liked it, those who are commenting, all of them are criminals, including me and everyone here. Because we have got this gross body. And we cannot get what we want. And we are punished. This is the punishment. And very few will ask, who am I? Why am I here? What is the purpose of my life? Why am I suffering? And when he approaches a bona fide spiritual master, he guides him like Laur was guiding Balu and he escaped the jail regally. In the same way, we should also escape the jail. Now, why did I put Ratan Tata in that place in the poster? Ratan Tata is such a wonderful gentleman. Great personality, entrepreneur. Personality of that kind comes once in a lifetime. That's what the whole media is going on talking about him, and genuinely transforming lives of millions of people by giving them a job, making their life comfortable, enhancing their quality of life, philanthropic activities. In fact, we are indebted to Ratan Tata for even contributing close to 55 crores for 5 years for doing different activities in the Akshaya Patra Foundation. He had visited our Hubli kitchen, and immediately after 2 weeks here, the Tata Foundation had sanctioned that. So that's a devotional activity which he has done. Otherwise, by and large, all the activities what he has done is to make sure that people at large have a better stay, better livelihood, food to eat. He didn't even discriminate. Even the dogs were taken care. He was such a gentleman. Now, whom do you compare this personality? He is considered to be Lalu. This may be a little harsh, those who are seeing it for the first time. But he's a gentleman. Everyone likes him. The politicians likes him. The laborers like him. The other prisoners like him. Everyone loves him. He deserves Bharat Ratna. There was a campaign also and he refused. There are so many good traits. No, if I go on like that, I'll be spending half an hour, 1 hour, more than that, describing his wonderful contribution for the country. Name a industry which Tata is not into it. Providing jobs, transforming people, helping people better in the jail. And you have, and he was given, probably government of India may consider even a Bharat Ratna. Just like Lalu got the best prize for the best prisoner in the jail. समझ रहे हो आप? I'm not here to hurt feelings of people. I'm just communicate a spiritual, realistic understanding of what Krishna says in the Gita. On the contrary, you have a totally opposite person. He's in the jail. He's committed a crime. Many crimes. He's a leader of a gang. He's a gangster. And being in the jail, he's running a company of gangsters with more than 700 people working under him, ready to do anything and everything at his call, and his intentions are very clear and open. Recently, his men killed a politician in Maharashtra, Bombay, and he is said to be responsible for killing many people in US, UK, or even other parts of the country. They are demanding ransom, and because of which he was moved from Tihar jail to again Sabarmati jail here. Hopefully, I'm correct. Jail here in Gujarat, and definitely 100% his situation in the jail would not be comfortable like the other inmates. He would have a different diet, he would have a different treatment, he would have a different challenges. His problem in the jail, issues in the jail, difficulties in the jail, problems in the jail increased because of his actions. On the contrary, Ratan Tata, by doing activities, he had a better living standards, he made people's life better. Noble man, gentleman. And I can go on listing the activities done by this L company. And the whole country is talking about, the whole Bollywood is talking about it, ministers are talking about him. And there are, conspiracy theories that he is from this guy, he's from this guy, he wants to be doing welfare of this community and he wants to eliminate this community. Oh, he's a wonderful gentleman who wants to remove the enemies of the country. And there are so many conspiracy theorists ranting in the social media terms and glorifying, eulogizing someone, not liking him, somebody liking him, there's a fan following for him. But still, he is in the jail. This material world is the jail. The you, me, Lawrence Bishnoi, or Ratan Tata, all of us are in the jail. Why? Because Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Dosha, Anudarshanam. These are the miseries of we people in the jail go through. Lawrence Bishnoi will not be an exemption. Ratan Tata will not be an exemption. Although he had money, although he had riches, he had to become old. He had to go through diseases. All of us will also go through the same pain. All of us will die. And based on our karma, we have to come back and again to this material world. Punar avartino Arjuna. By doing good punya karmas, you may go to the topmost planet. And when the visa gets over, when the punya currency gets over, you have to fall down again to this Martya Loka. And we have to traverse in 64 lakh species, 84 lakh species. We have to traverse again 84 lakh species based on our karma. In this life, you had lot of money, lot of followers, good riches, good beautiful body. There is no guarantee next life you will be. Of course, if you did good activities like Lalu Punya Karma, you will be elevated into heavenly planet or in the Brahma Loka. But if you don't develop love for Krishna, you have to come down. Or you tread the path of Lawrence Bishnoi and do sinful activities, killing people, looting people, murdering them, massacring them. Anyone who is of that category, forgetting the Lord, forgetting the purpose of life, his suffering in the material world will further increase. Next life, he'll be born in a difficult challenges, difficult issues. Papa karma results in such painful births, painful circumstances. Punya karma relatively better, but still both who perform Papa karma like Lawrence Bishnoi or Punya karma like Ratan Tata will have to go through Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi at any cost. You become a CEO as a conglomerate. Who knows what is your next life? Even it is well off also. But how long it can continue? He was old. He was not able to walk properly. That's a painful thing. Noble soul. What can be done? Old age catches up. Tata technologies were so advanced. He cannot stop his old age. It cannot stop his diseases. He had the best of the doctors at his disposal. Bridge Candy Hospital. But none of the doctors could save him. समझ रहे हो? He had a lot of wealth. The wealth couldn't save him. Lot of well-wishers. They say a person with no haters. That was tag given to Ratanji. But one risk. He has to live this body. Transmigrate to another body. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram. He had a kaumaram life. Yavvanam. He had a yavvanam life. Jara. He had an old age life. Tada dehantara praptir dhiras tatra naumat. When the body becomes unfit for the soul to live in, the soul transmigrates into another body based on the karma, based on his actions. Same with Lawrence. Today or tomorrow, they're going to die. And everything is recorded. Every action you perform will have a reaction. The reaction may be instantaneous sometime. Reaction may be delayed for some time. The reaction may be delayed to further to the next lifetimes also. That's why people think, ये तो बच्चा था, इसने क्या गलती की, इसको मार दिया. It may be harsh if I say this, but this is a reality. If somebody is going to pain, he deserves it because of his actions of his past lives. We may not know what he has done in this life or even in the previous life, but apparently we may say that this was a simple guy, he had not done anything sinful, he was a sober person, but he's going through so many difficulties and challenges in life because of his past actions. Somebody is enjoying relatively, pampering and doing sinful activities, but he's not nobody asking him, but कि अच्छा बुरा आदमी है, but उसके साथ हमेशा अच्छा हो रहा है. He is he's emptying his pious credits. So Papa karma will put you in difficulty. Punya karma also put you in difficulty. Just like first class jail you will get. The other Papa karma will get a third class jail. But both the Papa karmi and the Punya karmi, both of them are in the jail. Now talking about our hero today, Balu, that is Bhakta Bhagavat, for example, devotees of the Lord, who are in the jail. They got the body just like others also. And they had a desire to get out of the jail. And the lawyer is the bona fide spiritual master, Swami Srila Prabhupada, who has come into the jail like ordinary person like us, but he's not an ordinary person. He's a resident of Goloka Vrindavana. Just like Krishna descends, just like Sabarmati jail, say for example, tomorrow Narendra Modi visits. If he visits, we don't consider him to be one of the criminal or an inmate or a prisoner who is forced to be in the jail. He's a prime minister of the country. He comes on his own speed will to see what's happening in the jail. Maybe on August 15th, he had some people to be released from the jail. When he comes, the entire entourage comes and the entire prime minister office descends. It is non-different from the prime minister office. The NSG is there, his PAs are there, everybody is there. Even the chief minister comes to meet him. See, the protocols, the same. When Krishna descended, Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya chadarshkata dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge, he appears. Fools and rascal deride me when manusham tanuma ashritaha. When Krishna appears for these three purposes, to establish dharma, to protect devotees, to annihilate miscreants, he appears in the human-like form. Human-like form. He's not human being like us. He's not embodied like us. He decides who is father and mother. He decides the time of his appearance. Janma, karma, chamedi. Anyone who understands his birth and activities are liberated. That is his personality. But fools and rascals deride him as one among them. They don't know who he is. The host of the sages and devatas doesn't know who Krishna is. He comes down and he gives this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. He leaves this knowledge so that we can understand who we are, what is our relationships, what is the mistake we have done, how should we rectify it, how to get out of the jail. He lives this literature, but we don't take him. He comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we don't listen to him. He says, okay, no problem, chant Hare Krishna, always chant Hare Krishna. We don't understand that. Acharyas come in different parts of the world, according to time, place and circumstances. And he finally sends Prabhupada. Just like Bhakta Bhagavat or devotees, we came in touch with Swami Prabhupada, who is the lawyer. Example, Balu meeting the lawyer. And we started following the instructions given by our authorized spiritual lawyer. Chant Hare Krishna 16 rounds. Rise early in the morning. Follow Ekadashis. Follow the 4 regulative principles. No intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling and no meat eating. Then what happens? On one fine day, when you're perfecting it, when death strikes, you remember Krishna and you get out of jail. You go outside the jail. You go to the spiritual world where you come from, where your original family is there. Where once you go there, yad gatvana nivartante thad dhamam maramama. Krishna tells in the Gita, once you come back to my place, you'll never come back to this place. And that place, there is no sun, there is no moon, there is no electricity. It is self-effulgent. Another place, in other scriptures, they mentioned there are desire trees, there are kalpavrikshas, there is enjoyment with the Lord, serving Him. There is no assignments, there is no homeworks there, there is no deadlines there, there is no wars there. There is no pain there. There's no old age there, disease there, birth there, death there. We'll all be blissfully enjoying with Krishna. And we have to train ourselves. Samajh rahe ho? And for that, our spiritual master, the lawyer, was instructed as he has come to the jail on the order of Krishna. Krishna himself has sent him. His messenger, his personal commander-in-chief he has sent. And he has spread this message. He got a hint. He's in the jail. He's telling everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You chant this, you'll get out of the jail. Follow these 4 principles, easily possible. Associate with devotees regularly to maintain the tempo. He travels around every nook and corner of this particular jail earth. Establish 108 temples where this message secret can be further propagated. Anyone who comes into the jail, even after his departure, his disciples will continue his work, being in the jail, being in his body, spreading the message of Krishna consciousness. And very few fortunate people will be taking this. A majority of them will be Kalus, L gang and D gang and other sinful people. And few of them will be Ratan, Tata type of devout people who are very faithful, very gentle and very sober, wants to do better for the people but they don't know what is actual betterment. Not on the bodily plan, on the spiritual plane, which the Srila Prabhupada and his disciples will teach us. Bhakta Bhagavad is preaching vigorously. So we should also get inspired from him to preach vigorously like him. Not only keep the secret for ourselves and get outside the jail. When we know, we get outside the jail and simultaneously share the secret of the world. And that is real welfare activity. अपन खुद ही बाहर जाएगा एक लेवल है, लेकिन हम जाते जाते सबको बताएगा ये सीक्रेट कैसे बाहर जाना है. And the jail should be empty. Many people will come, we cannot stop that. But as much as possible, when you share this knowledge, they chant Hare Krishna, take prasadam, they attend Mangalati. And that is a real welfare work. And Prabhupada will be very pleased by this. And Prabhupada's dearmost Lord Krishna, he says in the Bhagavad Gita, anyone who spreads this message of mine in the Bhagavad Gita to the common people at large, tell them I love them, I am their father, they all are my anshas, and make them surrender to him. That person is very, very dear to Krishna. Imagine how much dear Prabhupada is because of this purpose. And when we please Prabhupada by trying to follow his instruction and trying to spread his message, how much we will be pleased, how much Prabhupada will be pleased by us, our activities. Of course, we can never please Prabhupada. The thought itself is a foolish thing. But our endeavor, our attempt will be appreciated by that. And if he recommends us, he's powerful, he can recommend us. And we escape the jail. This is the point and substance of the whole talk. Papa karma, punya karma. And the third one, which devotees are doing, Bhakta Bhagavat and others are doing, is akarma. Akarma means devotional service, which has no reaction. Papa karma has a reaction, punya karma has a reaction, but akarma, Krishna is saying, no reactions. Arjuna is fighting, Duryodhana is fighting. Arjuna is fighting not for himself, for Krishna. Duryodhana is fighting for himself, hence karma. When you fight for Krishna, that is a success of life. Army personnel on the battlefield, in the war zone, is killing the terrorist. He is given Paramveer Chakra. The same army personnel, when he comes down to his house, has some argument with his wife, kills his wife, children and neighbors. The same government will court-martial him. Army will court-martial him. Same killing. They are also killing. यार एक के लिए परमवीर चक्र, दूसरे के लिए jail, कैद. One activity of killing is for yourself. Another activity is for the government. In the same way, when we dovetail our activities only for Krishna, mat karma kran. When you work for Krishna only, then that becomes akarma. And that art of akarma is taught by Srila Prabhupada. Wherever you are, in whichever condition you are, you adopt the principles taught by Swami Srila Prabhupada, chant Hare Krishna Mantra 16 rounds and follow the 4 principles, associate with devotees, have prasadam, all the simple things. You do an activity, it's akarma, you will not have any reactions. This is the art which you have to teach and liberate as many souls as possible. We'll have less customers because we are selling diamonds, bro. Diamonds, we cannot afford a lot of customers. Okay? But even if 1% of the world population, the jail population, becomes Krishna conscious, that can transform the whole jail. So anyone who helps Prabhupada in doing so, he is highly recommended, highly appreciated, and he's going back home, back to God, it is assured. Okay? With this I stop. Thank you so much for patiently hearing me. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.